Hi, do you want to know what is the most reliable VPN? Then watch this short video to the end. In it, I will tell you about my favorite service in the best VPN category. I have been working with this service for a very long time and it has never let me down. It's a great privacy VPN that gets you all your important tasks done with ease. I will tell you some useful life hacks that may be useful to you. Look carefully at the screen. We are starting.
RusVPN is a small VPN that may seem a little common at first glance, but performs better than you expect in several areas according to the website. The network, for example, has a relatively small 338 servers, but they are well distributed across 37 countries. There is much better news in the app space. Dedicated software for Windows, Mac, Android and iOS, Chrome and Firefox browser extensions, direct support for Linux and routers, and OpenVPN compatibility to take you everywhere. Unlike many competitors, RusVPN doesn't just make vague promises about the possibilities to unblock its website, but instead lists the many sites it claims to operate on: Netflix, Spotify, Facebook, BBC iPlayer, YouTube, Twitter, Wikipedia, Google, Amazon Instant, Videos, HBO Go, CBC, NBC, LinkedIn, Contact, Instagram, Reddit, and more. Prices are fair and range from $9.99 per month to $4.99 for 1 year and $2.99 for 3. You may find cheaper deals. Surfshark's 2-year plan only costs $1.99 a month, but overall RusVPN looks like a bargain to us. Payments are accepted via card, PayPal, Bitcoin, etc. There is no general trial, but you have the usual 7 days to try out the mobile apps. In theory, you are also protected by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The fine print shows that this is almost useless, as you won't get eligibility if you've transferred a tiny 500 megabytes of data. RusVPN's logging policy page categorically states that we do not keep VPN logs, and explains RusVPN is based outside the list of countries with 5, 9 and 14i, and it has no obligation to keep logs of user activity, connection timestamps, IP addresses or any other connection data. By using RusVPN, you can be sure that your privacy is 100% protected. Well, okay, although no commitment to log activity is not an indicator that you are not. The privacy policy contains a little more information in the following paragraph. We keep a log of non-persistent connections to solve technical problems, including generating random names and assigning internal IP addresses, which are reliably deleted every few hours. We strictly and purposefully do not record any information in order to reduce our legal liability. We do not monitor your browser activity and do not record any records. This is simply not possible with our backend. All data about the use of the service is anonymous and not tied to your real public IP address. While this seems to contain some good news, it lacks technical details with some strange elements. It doesn't leave us feeling that we fully understand how RusVPN actually works. It might be a translation problem, but whatever the reason, I want more clarity in the description of RusVPN. The company could also reassure potential customers by following the lead of ExpressVPN, NordVPN and others to independently verify the security or privacy of their systems, but so far there is no indication that this will happen. For now, we just have to believe that RusVPN is delivering on its promises. RusVPN account creation turned out to be more difficult than we expected. I paid with PayPal, the receipt came right away, but there was no welcome email with our account details. There was no resend confirmation email button, so I waited a few hours, but nothing happened. RusVPN does not have a live chat, but I sent a message via a web form asking what is going on. The hours passed without an answer. I sent an email but received no response the next day. RusVPN also does not send automatic confirmation for messages like "thanks, we will answer soon," so I couldn't even be sure that my questions were received. I tried again, this time paying using my existing account. and I was instantly granted access. Perhaps this is not entirely RusVPN's fault. Maybe there was a temporary email or other issue that prevented him from responding to inquiries. Of course, it is RusVPN's fault that it does not have the ability to resend confirmation email, and that it does not offer live chat support, and that its email and web forms support system does not send an automatic response to reassure customers that their messages have been received. As soon as they got a work account, RusVPN redirected to a download page with links to apps for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS, as well as Chrome and Firefox extensions. Windows Defender warned that the RusVPN installer was unrecognized and asked to confirm that I want to run it. I grabbed the Windows build, but was surprised to find that Microsoft Defender Smart Screen turned on to block the RusVPN installer when I ran it, warning it was an unrecognized application. That doesn't mean it's harmful, it's just that Smart Screen hasn't seen it very often, although users may be less likely to see these warnings if RusVPN digitally signs their installers like almost everyone else. The Windows client interface has a simple interface and works the same as other VPN applications. Your current location and IP address are clearly displayed, alternative locations are available in the list, and you can connect with one click. The client recommended Canada as our default server, which may not be the best choice for the UK user. It wasn't as bad as it sounds. The recommended list also included servers in the UK and the Netherlands, but since it was sorted alphabetically, Canada came in first. RusVPN client for Windows supports OpenVPN, L2TP, and even unsecured PPTP, but you cannot select your preference in the settings field. The client decides. The client seems to support OpenVPN, L2TP, and PPTP, but it doesn't let you choose your preferred option. It makes that decision on its own. More importantly, encryption was set to optional for my connections. The client should connect even if there is no encryption. This does not mean it will ever happen, but it is still a matter of concern. There are some easy ways to get around this. You can just set up open source OpenVPN Connect, for example, to connect over OpenVPN and never use PPTP. However, this is not what the average user usually thinks about, and we know that our software is rubbish, but you can always use something else. This is not very good protection for RusVPN. If the switch is off and the connection is dropped, the client refreshes its window but does not bring up any desktop notifications. If it is minimized or covered by another window, you will not be able to know that your internet access is now unsecured. Second, when the emergency switch is triggered, it also affects the client. I found that internet access was blocked, closed, and restarted the client, prompting us to log in. My problems continued as disabling the emergency switch did not restore internet access or closing the client or rebooting the system. I had to use system restore before I could reconnect to the network. While this was very bad news, I have no reason to believe that this will ever happen to the vast majority of users, as they almost certainly won't stress test the client in some extreme situations. Testing the Android app did not reveal any big surprises. The interface is almost the same, there are no additional settings. There's little bonus here that the Android system shutdown switch doesn't have to shut down your device the way the Windows client killed it, and the app is likely to be more secure and reliable than its desktop cousin. RusVPN has many of the ingredients for a good VPN. Lots of apps, ease of use, great website unblocking, fair price. But a lot of fundamental issues, and issues make trusting difficult, at least for now.